Will an asteroid Apophis collide with Earth in 2029? What are your plans for the year 2029? A potentially catastrophic asteroid named Apophis will be guided toward Earth, according to astronomers. Whether you believe in science or not, this is no laughing matter. Every newspaper is reporting on it. Save the date for April 13, 2029. It will be visible from Europe and Africa at this time. Forget about your plans and go grab some tickets for you and your loved ones. Even if Apophis does not finish up killing the Earth, this will be a once-in-a-lifetime event. Follow along in this video to learn more about it. The event in Chiliabinsk. It's the year 2013 in Chiliabinsk, Russia. Yulia Karbasheva, the instructor, instructs her students to remain away from the windows and hide under their desks. If anyone in the scientific community had forecast the asteroid's impact, a simple warning to the entire population might have reduced the number of persons injured in Chiliabinsk. A blast occurred, and Yulia found herself lacerated, a window glass cut through her arm, severing a tendon. Fortunately, none of her students were injured. Our planet could be attacked by a piece of rock or metal at any time. The majority of these things do not pose a hazard, and the ones that are closest to approach are usually the tiniest ones. However, we must build devices that allow for both space monitoring and projections of an asteroid's possible impact, as well as a public warning system that will save lives and prevent injuries. And we must do it since the Earth-grazing asteroid Apophis will approach us in 2029. The most direct approach. When Apophis gets closest to Earth, it will fly by at a distance of around 20,000 miles above the planet's surface. This is around 1/10 of the distance between the Earth and the Moon. When scientists discovered it in 2004, it was little more than a tiny dot amid a sea of stars. It is predicted to be 1,100 feet, 340 meters, broad and was quickly identified as one of the most dangerous asteroids that could collide with Earth. Fortunately, the impact assessment changed once astronomers followed Apophis and identified its orbit. Not only that, but the rapid technological advances over the last few decades enabled a radar surveillance campaign that revealed Apophis will not reach the Earth for at least a century. You may relax now. And this may be the end of the video. What if I told you there's a lot more to it? Let me tell you what will happen in 5 years when Apophis will be visible from both Europe and Africa. The occurrence. You wouldn't want to miss the event if you could see it with your own eyes. So, have you chosen to take a trip to Africa or Europe? You will probably be flirting with that person or lady you've always been in love with, and the one under the stars could be the perfect date for you too, as you watch the universe's film unfold before your own eyes. Or perhaps you'll have children and want to take them to the beach, where their jaws will drop and you'll know you'll be awarded the finest mom and dad prize of the year. Or you'll be spending some quality alone time with just you, the night sky, and the flying Apophis. You will feel fortunate because you will know you are protected on your world. However, no matter how stunning and pleasing the sight of this asteroid is, if you don't know anything else about it, you won't be able to tell it apart from an alien or an orbiting object, such as an artificial satellite. That is why astronomical observations are useful to characterize celestial objects. Despite the fact that Apophis has no atmosphere, magnetosphere, rings, or moons, it is nevertheless valuable for studying its structure, composition, and creation. This will be of added benefit when we are able to examine it with our own eyes. Composition and structure. Apophis is S-type or stony-type asteroid composed of silicate or rocky elements with a metallic nickel and iron combination. Radar pictures indicate that it is elongated and may have 2 lobes, giving it the appearance of a peanut. Following its close flyby of Earth in 2029, much more will be learned about the structure of this asteroid. And here's something fascinating. Knowing the composition and distribution of the asteroid's internal mass will help us understand the solar system's history, but it will also be extremely useful information if we need to eliminate it. Knowing the structure is, in fact, fundamental to better choosing the weapon to use to deflect or destroy it. History of formation. Apophis, like all asteroids, is a relic of our solar system's early genesis roughly 4.6 billion years ago. It formed in the main asteroid belt that connects Mars and Jupiter. Its orbit has been modified over millions of years, chiefly by the gravitational impact of giant planets like Jupiter, so that it now orbits the Sun closer to Earth. As a result, Apophis has been classed as a near-Earth asteroid rather than a main-belt asteroid. Knowing we are looking at a 1,100-foot object made of nickel and iron that formed 4.6 billion years ago adds great value to our naked-eye observations, which suddenly become even more interesting. By watching it move quickly across the night sky, we are seeing a portion of our own history, the history of the solar system. Apophis and OsirisRex. One of the most intriguing aspects of Apophis Approach is the following. NASA's OsirisRex spacecraft has the capability of destroying the asteroid Apophis. The spacecraft is currently on its journey back to Earth after making a short landing on the surface of Bennu in 2020. Its objective was to collect samples that could help scientists understand the origins of Earth's water and life. After delivering its sample capsule in 2023, the spacecraft will still have an excess of fuel. This made its mission team ponder if it could go somewhere else. It turns out that the spacecraft is capable of reaching Apophis. At the fall meeting of the American Geophysical Union in New Orleans, Michael Nolan, the mission science team chief from the University of Arizona, was pretty excited to announce that they will be able to send the spacecraft towards the asteroid. 3 flybys of Earth following the sample drop-off would send the spacecraft to Apophis by chance. When the asteroid passes over our skies in 2029, OsirisRex will be only an hour behind, poised to approach it. Scientists and space researchers would find the data and specimens retrieved from this asteroid extremely useful. Although this may appear to be a challenging endeavor, Nolan has voiced his confidence in the spacecraft's capabilities and the mission's success. While this mission was not intended for the OsirisRex spacecraft, it demonstrates NASA's and its scientists' inventiveness and adaptability. The possibility of reaching and studying Apophis is a once-in-a-lifetime chance that could give us with fresh knowledge and insights into the secrets of our universe. Prediction of collision and orbit determination. So, how do we know all of this? How can we even predict the arrival of an asteroid, and how can we be certain that a certain object will not strike the Earth until at least a century? It's all a matter of physics and arithmetic, but think of it like playing pool. When you strike the cue ball, it bounces around the table, hitting other balls and rebounding off the walls. Imagine being able to track the route of every ball on the table as it bounces around. That's essentially what we do in space with asteroids. Astronomers use telescopes to track an asteroid's position over time, and with some sophisticated math, namely calculus, they can determine the asteroid's speed and course. This allows them to calculate the asteroid's orbit around the Sun and estimate its location in the future. Predicting the impact of an asteroid is becoming more difficult. It's like playing pool, only the cue ball is traveling at 100,000 miles per hour and the table is continually changing shape. However, astronomers can simulate the paths of asteroids and their potential collisions with Earth thanks to some excellent computer models. So, how do they keep us safe from these collisions? It's kind of like a dodgeball game. Astronomers can anticipate if an asteroid will collide with Earth by tracking its orbit. If that's the case, they have a few options. They can either attempt to redirect the asteroid's route by nudging it with a spacecraft, like NASA did with the DART mission, or they can evaluate the area where it is expected to strike. In the end, it's all about leveraging science and technology to stay one step ahead of the game and avoid any unpleasant shocks. quick review before we complete the film. Here's a brief recap. The asteroid Apophis, found in 2004, will not collide with Earth in 2029, but it will pass quite close to it. We'll be able to see it with our own eyes from Europe and Africa, and we might be able to employ some innovative ways to learn more about it. NASA, in particular, has already made arrangements. This will help us comprehend the creation of our solar system and our location inside it. Asteroid Apophis will most likely alter your plans for 2029. Alright everyone, here is where the video ends. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.